by a sea of communists. Financial markets would panic. The stock market would collapse. The shipping trade would dry up. Worst of all, the city's backbone, its banks, would pack up and leave. Yet, one bank refused to budge. In a bold statement, it declared capitalism was here to stay, and made its statement in $1 billion worth of concrete, steel, and glass. Conceived as the best bank building in the world, the Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank headquarters is a model of construction. It reinvented the office tower.
What makes this building so special is the innovation of Hong Kong's people. We all know technology development was advancing rapidly back then. Manual banking operations became computerized. This building needed to be modernized to keep up with the development.
P.Y. Lee has worked here since day one. An engineer in 1985, he now manages the entire tower. Erected on a tiny footprint, the building had to be prefabricated largely off-site. But made in Hong Kong, it wasn't. Like the city itself, the building has foreign components. Steel was made in Britain, glass in America. A skyscraper built all over the world and shipped in piece by piece. With no margin for error, the precision of the engineering was unprecedented. Simply put, the pieces fit. Some can even be rearranged.
We don't have to demolish anything to change the layout. It's like building with Lego blocks. You can easily manipulate any of the pieces.
Every interior surface, every wall and floor is movable. So is the building's very infrastructure. Electrical wires, computer cables, air conduits, all can be rerouted without disturbing a single piece of drywall.
For example, if the air conditioning system needs to be rearranged, we only have to remove the vent pipe and put it to the other place. Then we cover the vent outlet which is not in use. These designs still considered very technologically advanced.
In most buildings, entire floors are occupied by heating and cooling systems. Not here. Instead, those components hang from the building's exoskeleton. In one fell swoop, they can be removed, repaired, or replaced. The jewel in the building's crown is a computer-controlled sun scoop. It's made of 480 huge mirrors that can be configured in 20 combinations. The mirrors gather sunlight and reflect it down through an 11-story atrium. By distributing warmth and light throughout the building, it saves thousands of dollars on electric bills. Impressive as the sun scoop is, it's not Mr. Lee's favorite innovation. This is the document train.
Why? Because it's just like the toy cars we played when we were young. It's a huge toy.
The document train is actually 120 cars running separately on a single line. Transfer track allows two approaching cars to pass each other, just like real trains. Each car can carry 20 kilograms of paper. Each day, they carry almost 3,000 documents. Fully loaded, they can move the weight of a sport utility vehicle. The train is modeled after a system for delivering parts across a sprawling factory floor. It travels through the skyscraper on 543 meters of track, about the length of 2 Eiffel Towers laid end to end. Like its toy counterparts, the train runs on electrified track. Grooves within the track hold the wheels fast to prevent derailing. The train is so stable, it can carry precious banking documents in any direction, even upside down. Now that's financial security. In Mr. Lee's eyes, this skyscraper achieves the height of perfection. It has to. In a city where land is scarce, there's no room for error. Between the blueprints and the cornerstone, this megacity sometimes consults its own kind of expert. So Man Fong is the quintessential Hong Kong entrepreneur. He uses ancient wisdom to influence modern architecture. Feng Shui is the Chinese art of creating the perfect environment. Most famously used in the hideaways of Hollywood, it's about far more than rearranging the living room. It's about harnessing the flow of energy. Feng Shui means wind and water, but its origins lie in the scientific study of space.
Feng Shui is about the influence of the 9 planets on the Earth. The Chinese people calculated how the sun's rays and the rotation of the planets affected the Earth. The locations that cause sickness, bring wealth, or foster good relationships are calculated by observing the constellations.
By analyzing the heavenly and earthly elements of Feng Shui, Master So can determine the most prosperous layout for a room, a building, even an entire city. By nature, Hong Kong is blessed with good Feng Shui. In the science of Feng Shui, wide mountains connote wealth, narrow mountains, poverty. The hills of Hong Kong are rounded and rich. Energy should never flow out of control. In Hong Kong, winds are mild. Victoria Harbour is naturally profitable, wide at the mouth, tapering as it goes. Translation: money flows into Hong Kong faster than it leaves. The harbour itself is large and winding, which gives the city more room to prosper. The result? Wealth. Like a modern stock market, Feng Shui prizes stability and hates uncertainty. Design should follow wind and water, not fight them. Small wonder the heart of Hong Kong, the financial district, goes with the flow.
Where I'm standing has the best Feng Shui in Hong Kong, but the best of the best Feng Shui is the HSBC. These 2 escalators are for the customers. They don't have as good Feng Shui as the ones used by the bank staff. Therefore, bad luck escalators are for the customers, good luck escalators are for the staff. As a result, the bank can increase its revenue. Besides having good Feng Shui, HSBC is also an important symbol. All the people who come to Hong Kong look at it. It represents Hong Kong after all.
Like the city it symbolizes, the building is a success story. Banks not only stayed in Hong Kong after the handover to China, they thrived. Yet, decades after construction, an urban legend persists. Some say the building is built to be taken apart. The Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank building was designed when